Hey Lila, Emmanuel, it's Daddy. Today's date is January 16th, 2024. Um, I'm sorry, I'm not sure what to start with. I got a job in Texas, so I'm planning on leaving here in the next 2 weeks. Oswaldo across the street is going to give me a ride there, but I'm also having second thoughts about going there. I might just come straight to you guys in Tallahassee, but I don't know right now. I'm still kind of debating it. If I go to you, probably what I'm going to do is find out where you're living, and then before I approach you guys, probably um, call like the police or something and let them know, like, hey, you're probably going to get. Because I know the first thing Mom's going to do is call the cops on me, because that's what she's always done. It's her only play in her playbook is use the police to control my husband. And so I just call them first and say, look, this is what I'm about to do. You're probably going to get a call. I'm unarmed. I'm just trying to see my children. And, and just go about it that way. And then when they show up, just be very calm. Um, and, hope everything goes well because I really need to see you guys. And I'm putting a lot at risk just to come see you. I'm going to have to sell the truck and get a lot less for it than what it's worth just to come see you guys. That's how important it is to me. But so hopefully, if all goes well, I'll see you in about a month. But I don't know. It could be 2 years before I see you. I don't really know, because the Bible says to seek the Lord in all your ways, and He'll direct your paths. So every day I seek God, and so one day I have a plan, and then the next day that plan changes, and people say, "Oh, you're all over the place. You can't make up your mind." Well, it's not that. It's that sometimes God uses one thing to get you to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. Sometimes God hardens people's heart against you to steer you away from them to another direction. Sometimes God softens people's heart to draw you near to them. So, look, I'm not in control of my life. God is, the Creator Yah. And so that's how I live my life. But I wanted to play this clip for you from YouTube real quick, because this is exactly what I was saying. I'm gonna play it for you. Okay, hold on. There's these women asking this man, would he let his 17-year-old daughter marry a 27-year-old man? Listen to this.
Would you be okay with your 17-year-old daughter being with a 27-year-old man?
If he intended to marry her and stick with her.
So when she was in high school, so still in high school,
100%.
you would be okay?
So they said, would you let your 17-year-old daughter, marry a 27-year-old man? He said, 100%. If he intends to stick with her and to marry her. Now listen.
Yeah, and I'll tell you why. My goal for my children is for them to have strong families, to amass great wealth, and do good in the world. That's my goal for myself. That's my goal for my lineage. So if a man comes to me and he's honorable, responsible, reliable, and my daughter is interested in him, like she asked him to present himself to me as a father, and I don't have any kids, then yeah, you're 27, she's 17, and I don't want my daughter sleeping around. I don't want my daughter doing a bunch of things that's going to tear out her heart with bad experience. So if he's sincere, we're within the same culture, then absolutely. Like, for example, in her case, like if I'm a Christian man, he's a Christian man, my daughter's a Christian woman, and he comes in sincerity and he's going to provide her all the things that she wants, why would I deny that from her?
Would you be
See, and this is what I'm trying to get my point across to you. And a lot of people think I'm crazy. And that, see, your value is the highest when you're young, right? 16, 17, 18. And a man's value is highest when he's about mid-30s. And it makes sense to link up with a man at his highest value when you're at your highest value. And forget about the age difference, because a man can have children until he dies. That's the way God made it. That in itself is a big clue to us. If a man can have children until he dies, that means he can procreate with a woman that's old enough to have children or young enough to have children until he dies. And you see in the Bible, in a lot of instances, older men with younger wives. In many instances, many younger wives. And it's supposed to be normal, but see, our society gets into our head and changes things around and tells us it's bad. And our society would rather a young lady go and sleep with a bunch of young boys who can't afford to take care of her don't respect her, don't care about her, no intentions of marriage. And when a young man sleeps with a young girl, he's sucking her value from her and applying it onto himself, right? So a young virgin, 16-year-old young lady who starts sleeping with boys is giving her value away, and she's diminishing her value every day. There's this lady that's homeless in town here, and she sleeps in the park. And I can only imagine, like at one point she was a young lady and gave her value away, right? And she got to this age where nobody wants her, right? She's not wanted by anybody. She has no value left. There's no man to take care of her. She probably gave all her value away as a young lady, slept around with men. I don't want to falsely judge her, but I mean, with the writings on the wall, we can pretty much understand what happened in this lady's life. And now she's homeless, and she's probably about 40, 45 or something. Imagine the rest of her life. She's still got another, if she lives, still got another 40 years of being homeless, right? It's only going to get worse for her. It's not going to get any better for her. And as a father that loves his little girl, that's what I want for you. I want you to have a family and be happy. And I want to tell you that when you're a young lady and you're a virgin, if you seek out an older man who's successful, and don't give yourself to any man at all, and you go to him as a virgin, he will cherish you. He will cherish you. You know, you got to have all this stuff up front. A marriage is basically a contract. So it can be a contract. You can have a contract, right? But you have to understand, he's the man, okay? And he's not gonna agree to something that is not a manly thing, right? So it has to be fair. It can't be like, oh, all one-sided, I get this, I get that. No, he's the man. But you can have a contract. You can have an agreement. Hey, I'm your wife, and, you know, all these things and whatever it is. But this is more important, okay? Because young boys are only going to take your value, and they're not going to be around for you after that. I live in Mexico, and in Mexico, these parents, when their daughters are 15, 14 years old, maybe even younger, if their daughter has a boyfriend, the parents are like this. They see nothing. Their daughter could go up in their room. They could go to his house. They go wherever. And the parents are like, oh, I guess she's doing it now. Like, no, it's your daughter. Teach her. Show her. Don't let these boys around her. Right? These are just boys. They haven't done or accomplished anything. They haven't created any value of their own. Right? Until they create value, they don't even have a right to a female. And that's why I believe in the old ways. I believe in a community setting, the young men should basically be chased out. Get out of here. Go make a life for yourself. Go prove yourself in this world. Go get a job, get a house, get a car, do these things. And then you can come back. When you've proven these things, when you have a house, you can come back. Then you can take a wife. No way I'm letting the boys take these precious, valuable young ladies and just run through them. So anyways, I saw that clip this morning, and I thought that was great. And that guy agreed with me, except for I agree, even like he said 17 and 27 is okay. I think 37 and 17 is okay. 37, I think there could be a 20-year difference. There can obviously be more than that, but I think usually that's going to be in a situation where a woman has a couple children and maybe a man left her and she needs a covering. And so maybe there's a man who's 30 years older than her. She's not as valuable. She's in a little more desperate situation. But I think 20 years old is perfect for a young lady who's a virgin to go get. And you can get if you're a virgin and your value's that high, you can get a wealthy man. You can get a good man, a Christian man, an honest man. No problem. No problem. And that's why I also believe in polygyny, because what if that good, honest Christian man, that good, honest Christian, wealthy man that could take care of you and for the rest of your life and will cherish you because of your young value, right? What if he's already got a wife, right? You need to have an option, right? And if there's no other options, you need to be able to marry him as well. So that's why I believe in that also. So I hope I see you soon, Lila. I'm gonna leave this tablet in the house in case you guys ever show up here. What if I go and I die, right? Someday this tablet will be here. You guys can charge it and maybe find the stuff on it if, I don't know. But I'm not going to take it with me. I'm not going to be doing videos on it. And it's going to be left behind as kind of a record for you guys if you ever come, if you ever show up or whatever. You'll see this logging of information. But I love you. Oh, I've been watching the boys wrestle. They're kicking butt. I think Caleb is like 25-1 or 24-1. He's won 24 matches, only lost one, and that was well, he did lose some at a higher weight. I don't know why. I think he got invited to wrestle on some team, and they put him at a higher weight for some reason because maybe his weight was filled already, and because he was like, I think he was on some all-star team, and he did get some losses at a higher weight, like 3 losses, I think. But at his weight, he's 24-1 in the regular season. He's kicking butt. And then Preston, I think, is 21-3. So I'm really proud of them. I'm really happy for them. I know their schedule now when they wrestle. And I literally sit in front of the computer. I can't watch the wrestling because I don't have the money to pay for it. But I'm able to sit and watch the updates. And I refresh the screen. I keep getting updates, so I'm so happy for them. But I need to try to get into Manuel's life and get him wrestling too, because teaching the boys to wrestle from the age of 5 benefited them. You know what I mean? Even though they didn't wrestle from the age of 11 on, they already had it in their mind. It was already in their muscle memory, right? And so Caleb started wrestling as a senior in high school, and he's like kicking everybody's butt. So I need to get Preston to learn how to wrestle. I hope your mom understands this, but women don't think like this, so I don't know if she does. All right, baby girl, baby boy, love you guys.